I've waited quite a while to have something close to this hat. And now granted, the standard has been New Era that I found with the hats for the league. There's an Adidas in there. There's another random branded one in there, I think. But for sure, New Era has been a standard when it comes to collecting my WNBA hats. And there's only one other person I can think of that might have either as many or maybe more WNBA hats in their collection. For me, I have, of the 12 teams, I'm only missing 3 of them. And I got doubles of at least the Liberty, the Wings, and of course, the 2021 WNBA champions, the Chicago Sky, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are good too. We defeated the Mercury, and this one's pretty cool. It's got it's a dad hat, but 920, but it's got a orange bottom. Pretty cool there. It's been a little bit of a struggle collecting for women's professional sports teams for their hats. That'll be a video for a whole nother day, but wanted to make this video especially for the Sky. Again, the Chi-Town champion, Chicago Sky here. And yeah, you guys are good, but not good enough like the Sky are. So I currently have 4 Chicago Sky hats sitting in my collection here. And I have a 4th and a half one from Burdeens. It's Sky related, so let me know how the math works out for you. If you think this is half related to Sky or full, related to Sky, how would you count this in the numbering? We'll just say it's our 5th Sky hat anyways, because it's the colors, but it's Chicago, baby. It's Chicago. So we're gonna do an unboxing here. Very special unboxing, straight from Burdeens. Fantastic connection, and this was something that I'm sure has been in the works for a while, and really excited to hear about this when this one was going to be released. And among the people outside of the Burdeens staffing, I was probably one of the more deserving of the people to get this hat here based on the team that it connects to. Anyways, get a notebook, pen, and pencil because class is in session. Let's go! I know that there aren't many WNBA fans out there, or people who might watch the WNBA. Totally fine. Totally fine. I had wanted to do a WNBA fantasy league. They do this for fantasy football, fantasy baseball. On ESPN, they were going to do that this year for the first time. And I was going to get a whole league going. I was going to invite everyone in the classroom to join. And the prize for most likely coming in second place to me, but otherwise whoever would have won the league would have gotten a $100 gift card. Would have been like a Visa gift card, so that you can use it for anywhere, for any hat store, any hat place online to get a hat for. Or I guess $100 for anything else. Didn't really want to specify for Lids or Hat Club or anywhere too specific, just make it broad. But I only had 2 people join, so thank you to those 2 who did sign up. Unfortunate that we didn't get enough people involved. There's going to be no entry fee. The idea of the league to do it was to at least get people kind of noticing the WNBA a little bit more. Not to be totally enthralled in it. Like, I perhaps may be, or some other super diehard fans might be out there. But to get a little bit more integrated, kind of more knowledgeable in what the WNBA does. Yes, I play basketball, but it's a different universe, really, of sports. Same idea of basketball. Okay, yes, let's point out the obvious. They don't dunk. So what? It's still sports. It's still basketball. How many of you out there can dunk? Yeah, maybe like one hand. One hand, maybe two. So, let's also get out of the way here that, yes, people do watch the WNBA. I'm really tired of the crap I hear either at work or throughout social media here that, oh, no one came to the Chicago Sky parade, to their winning ceremony. It's like, no, they did. They did. People, the league is 25 years old. Was the NBA wildly popular at 25 years old? Probably not as much as it is now, for sure. But I'm sure that every league in their first 25 years had their kind of starting growing pains, you know? So, I mean, I've been watching WNBA not forever, but I've been watching quite a while. I would say 2014-ish. I kind of remember. So that was my hope for that league, but oh well. For sure I'll be doing more videos in the future for the summer semester about WNBA's expansion and talking about WNBA hats and other women's professional sports hats obtaining efforts in the future. A ladies' night, as we would call it, but that's for the future, for another time. So let's get into this one straight from Burdeens. Really appreciate the connections that I have made with all that Burdeens and all connected there. Really appreciate you guys, first of all, not just for getting the hat like this, but for connecting the Chicago Sky with baseball teams for these hats here. The closest thing I had to a fitted WNBA hat was this Clink Room hat. It's Lady Liberty, kind of like the New York Liberty. So, kind of see the resemblance there. Really cool colors, for sure. That's why I wanted it. And also, Sabrina Ionescu, one of the GOATs of college basketball, men's or women's even. So, this was the closest thing I really had to a WNBA fitted. Until now. Till we have here Chicago Cubs, the Chicago Sky collaborated here in hand, and this is a nice yellow. This is they did a black and white one for the uniforms home and away. The black uniforms are newer. I like them, but this is more classic. This is more classic. This is connecting here. I'm not really a fan of this logo. This is their newer logo. This is what I remember growing up on was the Sky. So this for sure reminds me connecting the hats here together. This is kind of connecting to their own City Connect version. Yeah, I remember seeing some pictures of this before and knew I had to have it. Colors are fantastic here. The sky blue, not just blue. Sky blue. For the Chicago Sky, because skyscrapers. The Sears Tower. If you ever call it the Willis Tower, I'm kicking you out of class. That's more of a sin than putting ketchup on hot dogs in Chicago. But I do that, so that's okay. But Sears Tower. Yeah, this is fantastic. I've never had a Cubs hat with this logo on the front. This pregnant bear, I don't know what they call it, what they've dubbed it, but I've never had this logo before. The waving cub, very nicely done. The C is raised for the the Cubs part is raised. I like that detail. Flag is tonal. The button on the top is blue to match the brim. The banner in the back, blue and yellow. And the UV here is this kind of pastel yellow. 1990 All-Star Game side patch. Yeah, this looks great. I'm sure it's gonna fit even better. It's a little snug. Now that's okay. If I bend the brim, it'll be fine. But I usually get my hats in for 7.5 because it's easier than to stretch the hat out than to try to shrink it. It might fit snug like this, but it's easier to then bend the brim to release the tension within the sweatband, which I like because even though it's white, it's not like the smooth, silky kind of sweatband that I see too often in lids hats. So not a fan of the material, even though when I'm wearing it on my head I can't tell the difference. It's the little things, you know? But easier to get a 7.5 because then that way I can stretch it out. It's easy, class. Remember, it's easier to stretch a hat than it is to shrink a hat. So, I mean, even just this kind of slight bending right now is doing it well done. It's not so much of a white, but it's an off-white. Or like stone, but it's not pure white. Which I like. Not because of like, oh, it's going to get dirty then. I mean, this is a bright color anyway, so it's susceptible of getting dirty, I guess you could say, but it's not totally white, but it still works really well. I mean, it's not either like this stone that like the Ocean Drive had for the Hat Club hats. But this is so fantastic. Again, been waiting for some sort of fitted related. I mean, this is truly WNBA related. This is just a coincidence. This is, by definition, Burdeens took that initiative, took that inspiration from the Chicago sky, the colors, connected it with the Cubs and the White Sox hats. Of course, the Cubs being the better looking hats. Actually, both of them look good. And made this into one of the top 10 hats of the year. One of the top 10 hats of the year. I'm also biased. You know, go Cubs, go Sky. But I think in general this will be a big hat for everyone. I know that people have been lining up. I've seen kind of mixed reviews on some of the social media sites of like passing or like this is on fire, this is great, I need to move to Chicago. Especially that kind of comment really makes Burdeens stand out as one of the flagships for Chicago fitted hat stores out there. Now this hat is a pure example of a hat being solely connected to sports. Not just one, but two sports. I mean, there are hats out there that one of their purposes, one of their ideas is to be fashion oriented. But at the end of the day, 1550 hats were made because they're made for baseball players. The 1550 hats are made because you'd be supporting the team that's on the front of the hat, or the colors that are on the hat. So supporting the Sky, the Cubs here. It's such an amazing hat to connect to. I remember when they were in the finals, about to beat, and I pushed myself aside. I told everyone when I was at work, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to the bathroom. Nope, went to the break room, turned on the last 2-3 minutes of the championship game, saw Stephanie Dolson make that last layup to put the lead for the Sky, and then the nail in the coffin of Candace Parker, hometown hero from Naperville, outside Chicago, still Chicagoland area, Candace Parker making the final rebound to secure the Sky's first championship in team history in the 25th anniversary of the league. So this was a huge victory. And especially with the history that I didn't even know until watching ABC7 with Jim Rose, big sports reporter, saying how, like, when the WNBA had first started, a lot of the initial teams had a sister or a partner NBA team. And that's how the formula was for years. And when the Chicago Sky were coming up, Bulls didn't want anything to do with them. I didn't know the details to it, but from what he was saying, that Bulls didn't really want to touch it. Don't know if it was because they're not going to survive in the league. We don't have the financial stability to support their team as well as our own at the moment. I don't really know what the details were, but to kind of not be really wanted, it's become an amazing comeback story. So this was incredibly done with Allie Quigley, Courtney Vandersloot, original teammates, wives also, that were part of the 2014 Sky team that went to the finals, lost to the Mercury, Revenge, in 2021, with Elena Deladon. Huge. She was amazing. And to see those two with Candace Parker, again the hometown hero, put it all together with some other really good players, Stephanie Dolphin, like I said, Diamond DeShields, Clea Cooper. It was a fantastic run. Great team. So, to Burdeens, I totally give a hats off to you for, one, making this a great hat, but the purity, the reason to put this hat together. A lot of hat stores out there put hats together that are connecting to food, to books, to movies, to video games, to basic things around the house, laundry detergent, or they're connecting it to just random things. But then there are some times where there's a good connection that stores will want to put together. This is one of them. So, big hats off to them. Let me know in the comments down below if you were a fan of either the white or black Cubs or White Sox Chicago Sky hat from Burdeens. Did you wait in line? Did you get yours? I know that they're giving a giveaway with, I don't know if it's a giveaway or if they had just additional merchandise for sale relating to the Sky. Let me know if you got that material yourself, some additions there. Name your favorite WNBA player. Have you watched any WNBA games before? No negative comments here. If you leave a negative comment, you will be severely punished. And if it's not me who eviscerates you, it's going to be someone who's maybe more of a diehard fan than me. Maybe someone from the WNBA for Life Facebook page out there will destroy you. So, you've been warned. No negativity in the classroom of the sort. They are still professional athletes. Yeah. Also, leave in the comments down below what other WNBA and MLB teams out there should do kind of a collaboration. And if you need any ideas for teams, just look them up. Look them up. So that's going to do it for class today. Hats off to you as always for watching. This probably became a longer video than it really should have been for just a simple unboxing. But again, this is a very deep meaning to this hat. Really Chicago connected. So, hats off to you as always for watching. I will see you next time in class, everyone. Class is dismissed. Bye, everyone. Go Sky.
Grinders 3. Rebound Parker. She's left alone. Mission accomplished. That's it. For the first time coming.